And we back. Today's a good day, man. If you're a Bulls fan, you know exactly why. I mean, I guess you don't really have to be a Bulls fan. But listen, I'm basically the happiest I've been in a very long time as a Bulls fan. But that's got to be on hold because today we're recording another video. Y'all know I go through my comment section. I accept rebuilding challenges that I see. And today we're doing one named Everybody Eats. Yeah, y'all know how we usually do a rebuild. We have a 9-man rotation, a 10-man rotation, and the rest of those people just sit on the bench and clap for the good players. Today's video, everybody is getting the same amount of minutes. Everybody gets the same amount of opportunity. So this one comes from Abhinav. It seems like every day I get a name harder and harder to pronounce, but shout out to you. See your OKC profile picture, so shout out to the Thunder. Day 4 of Ask Kenny for an Everybody Eats challenge. There's only one rule. Everybody on the roster must play the same amount of minutes as the other players, like so he can see. And a lot of people did like it. That's what you should be doing. If you see a rebuilding challenge you really want me to do, like that comment. Also like this video, man. We're continuing to drop bangers every single day. But let's head over to the rebuild. And this place right here, we go through in pretty much every video at this point. It's, you know, this place gives me a little bit of PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Because one wrong click can get us the 30th overall pick, but the right one can get us a top 5. So we're gonna stop in 3, 2, 1. We're using the Celtics in today's video. I think we did it with the Bill Russell challenge too, but it's okay because we are doing a fantasy draft. Now, what number pick will the Boston Celtics have? We have the middle of the pack, a little lower than the middle of the pack. We have the 18th overall pick, and y'all know we don't do the rebuild. I mean, when we do the rebuild, we don't do the drafting, but I see some good names here. Pascal, Russell Westbrook, Clay, Bradley Beal, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler. I can't go wrong with any of those players. So hopefully they put together a solid team. Now, my goal in today's video is to have a full rotation of 80+ overalls. I don't know if I can do it, but if we have a full rotation of 80+ overall players, then we should put together the best possible team. Ben Simmons is the guy that gave us, which is fire. I don't know if he's going to stay here long term, but I know for sure he's here right now, and that's all that really matters. We have Jaren Jackson Jr., Bogdanovich, Patrick Beverly. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking away everybody's minutes because I have to do some quick mental maths and see how many minutes everybody would need to get in this challenge. So we have a total of a 13-man roster. So let me do some quick mathematics. And when I say I have to do quick mathematics, I mean, my phone does. So there's a 13-man roster and 140 minutes. So each player would have to get about 18 minutes per game. In some decimals, so it's not going to work perfectly. What we could do is 240 divided by 12. And in that situation, if we do a 12-man rotation, everybody gets exactly 20 minutes. And I think that's way more feasible than, you know, what we were possibly going to be doing. So, okay. So we need to make a 12-man rotation where everybody gets 20 minutes. Let's get to the rebuilding part. So let's look at trade values here. Ben Simmons trade value is going to be ridiculous. Jaren Jackson Jr. trade value pretty good. Gordon Hayward, DeAndre Jordan, Lucas Semanik, Hamid Diallo. These are our top trading pieces at the moment. Let's see how we do things, because again, if we're gonna have a rotation like this, I don't think we need one star, because that one star would only be getting 20 minutes. So you're wasting assets at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make Ben Simmons a small forward because y'all know he becomes a god at the small forward position, and I'll make his secondary position a point guard so we can bring the ball up the court and everything, initiate the offense. But I think we have to move Jaren Jackson. I think we have to move Gordon Hayward because of his contract. So let's go Jaren Jackson, Gordon Hayward in the trade finder together. Put those contracts in. Let's see what we can get. We get Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. Didn't really love any of those trades, so we're gonna go on and try to throw in. I'm gonna try to throw in Patrick Beverly instead of Gordon Hayward. I can use Gordon Hayward in a different trade. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Terry Rozier. That would be a good starting shooting guard, and potentially a starting point guard or a backup point guard. So I don't really hate that trade. Jaren Jackson Jr. is such a good player, but the fact that he's 20 years old and this is a one-year rebuilding challenge makes me want to trade him from somebody just a higher overall. And though Shai is just 1 year older, he's 2 overall spots higher, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of my favorite players. So I saw in the comment section of one of my videos that 2K actually updated Domantas Sabonis' shot tendencies and everything, so he actually doesn't just average 7 points per game anymore. He can actually average 20+. So I think we're going to make this deal. Patrick Beverly, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Kyle Anderson for all-star Domantas Sabonis and Paul Millsap, who will probably flip pretty quickly. Paul Millsap in the first round pick for this year. Let's see what that can get us. We're looking for a guard or a center. We're going to go with CJ McCollum, bring him to the team. We're exchanging first round picks and throwing in an extra second. I saw a trade to dealt with Chris Paul. Hey, y'all know Chris Paul is my guy and all, but I decided to go with a guy that can score the ball more because we still have Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons is still going to average like 7 assists per game at the small forward position. So I don't really need Chris Paul's playmaking because I have playmaking right here. And honestly, I have, well, I guess 2K doesn't have Domantas Sabonis playmaking high at all. It's a D-, which is a bit weird because in my eyes, he's a pretty solid playmaker for the power forward position, but I digress. We have playmaking in Ben Simmons, so we didn't necessarily need another lead ball handler. So I decided to go with CJ McCollum, who can play on and off the ball. So right now, I like our top 3. We still have Gordon Hayward to flip that big old contract, so let's see what we can get for him. In this situation, I'm still looking for a better center. I've said this in the video before, but this man Drummond ends up on so many championship teams in 2K because his skill set in 2K's eyes is so elite with his great rebounder. So that is a deal I had to make. Now the goal is to get a new point guard because having Avery Bradley as our point guard, even though he's back here in Boston, ain't really gonna cut it. So we got to find a new point guard. We have too many centers, so I would like to keep one of these 2 centers because now we have to start thinking about the back end of our rotation because we need everybody to be pretty decent. So I'll probably keep DeAndre Jordan, honestly, and trade Mason Plumlee because he is a 79. And like I said earlier, I want to try to put together a team that has all 80s. So let's try to find a good point guard. Montrezl Harrell, obviously not a point guard. But if we trade for him and then we can flip DeAndre Jordan. So trade number 4 is looking pretty good. So yeah, that's the deal we're going to do. And I'm probably going to make Montrezl Harrell a backup power forward more. I think I'll probably keep him at center, actually. Let's see what his overall does if I make him a... Of course, his overall goes up. We're going to keep him at center for now, and if we need to change to power forward, we will. So now DeAndre Jordan is the guy that's getting flipped, and I'll throw a second with him instead of a first. I want to keep my first, and maybe we'll get a good point guard. And I see D Rose, I see Spencer Dinwiddie. Those are pretty good options. I'm going to go with Spencer Dinwiddie. I think I had Derrick Rose in the last 2 videos, so I know y'all probably getting tired of seeing D Rose on the squad. I know personally, I can never get tired of it, but I'm here for the people, and for some reason, they still want Spencer Dinwiddie to come off the bench. Not gonna happen. He's gonna start for us. So we need a backup point guard at this point. We have Jeremy Lamb and Bogdanovic, when in reality, we probably don't need both. So we'll probably flip one of those, or both of those, honestly. And we'll throw in Semanik. I think I'm still pronouncing that man's name wrong because it's probably like Doncic, so it's probably Semancic or something like that. That's how I always see it when I see a foreign-born player with an itch at the end. You know what I'm saying? So with an itch at the end. So I'm gonna throw in Jeremy Lamb. It's weird to see that Bogdanovic and Jeremy Lamb are the same age because I see Bogdanovic is younger because he has been in the league as long, but y'all know he played overseas for so long. Yada yada yada. Marcus Smart is a good piece. Marcus Smart is a good piece, but we're not trading for another shooting guard, especially not 2 more. Oh, man, everybody is eating. No. I'm the only person eating as the general manager of the Boston Celtics because I'm getting 2 more 80-plus overall players into the team, add a trade exception, and you have a deal, sir. Thank you, Daryl Morey, for the trade. Why do they keep trying to put Avery Bradley at all? Avery Bradley? No, I'm good. I think our team is really good at this point, though. I think our team is really good. And we need a backup small forward, and we need to find players for these players in the rotation, or these spots in the rotation. You throw a first-round pick, you get Caris LeVert. Deal. Man, I'm making him a small forward. He's going to be our backup. I think his overall may drop by 1. Oh, it goes up by 1. Big deal. Okay, so now Spencer Dinwiddie, CJ McCollum, Ben Simmons, Domantas Sabonis, Drummond. Then off the bench, we have a center, we have a power forward, we have a small forward, we have a point guard, we have a shooting guard. Now we need these last 2 players in the rotation. I'll probably go with like another wing and another big. Because, yeah, that's what we'll probably go do. Another wing and another big. So I think we still have 1 first-round pick. I'll throw in Thaddeus Young in this first-round pick and try to get that wing or big. I see Norm Powell, but he doesn't make the mark. You know, I try. Like I said, I want to go 80 and above. Y'all see this man? He gonna keep popping up in the trade finder. You know what? I learned my lesson. I have PTSD from trading for him. And the only person that's also 80 overall is Luke Kennard. So I guess I'll trade for Luke Kennard here. I just have PTSD with Robert Covington. Y'all, if you've been around the channel, you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about. So I'm going to go and trade Austin Rivers and try to get a backup center. I'm going to trade him for a first round pick and a second round pick. This is the deal I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm going to go back to the bottom of my rotation. Now that we have Luke Kennard, it's kind of weird to me that Luke Kennard's overall is higher than Bogdanovich. It's actually very weird to me because in my eyes, Bogdanovich is a better, well-rounded player. But I guess in 2K's eyes, he is not. So I'm going to throw Bogdanovich and a new first round pick in because he doesn't fit the 80 overall thing that I tried to make a goal in today's video. Tristan Thompson and Malik Beasley. Tristan Thompson is, of course, the 80 overall. We're throwing in Kyle O'Quinn in a second round pick. Big time deal there. So right now, our rotation is looking it looks like this. I mean, we have a 12-man rotation technically, which is good. But Malik Beasley don't really fit. He's a 78 overall, but I don't think we have any more picks to make our team better. No, we don't have any more picks. So we didn't get all 80 overalls, but I got pretty close to it. What happens if I make Malik Beasley a small forward? I'm very curious. He goes up to an 80. We did it. We have a 12-man rotation with all 80 overalls. I wonder what happens to Tristan Thompson if I make him a power forward. Let's go. So I'm going to make his backup position a center, because obviously he can run. He should be able to run center. Same thing with Malik Beasley. I'm going to make him a backup shooting guard because he should be able to run shooting guard. It's just the way it works. So now it's time to go in and fix the rotation. And as you see, we are 20s across the board. Dinwiddie, McCollum, Simmons, Sabonis, and Drummond. Off the bench, Montrez, Julius Randle, Caris LeVert, Tristan Thompson, Devontae Graham, Luke Kennard, and Malik Beasley. Now the last thing we have to do is sign a player to complete the roster because you need 13 players. And I think I'm just going to bring in Joakim Noah to be that reserve. Again, he doesn't get any rotational minutes because the numbers wouldn't be even. You know what I'm saying? So we have a 13-player rotation. Our coach is great, obviously, with Brad Stevens. But does his system fit our team? Defense, I mean, we'll be better as pretty much anything else. But we'll keep it at defense, and if we start to lose games, then we'll change it to like 7 seconds or balanced or any of these other stuff. But let's get to simulating games. All right, let's see how things went. Well, I mean, we won 59 games, which is obviously amazing. John Morant, 6-man, went to Boogie Cousins in a Bulls uniform. Defense Player of the Year goes to Kawhi. Luka, Most Improved, and Coach Brett Brown was Coach of the Year, even though we had more wins. I can't make things up. They really out here doing this to us. So I'm guessing we don't have anybody on the All-NBA teams because I can't imagine having amazing statistics when you only play 20 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't expect anybody to be on these lists. So now we get to the playoffs. We were the 1 seed, as y'all would probably expect. But I'm very interested to see the numbers. So here we go. Especially then when he led us to scoring with 13 points per game. Now his per 36 tells us that he would have been averaging 22 points per game if he was getting 36 minutes. And those are, yeah, these are really good numbers, Spencer Dinwiddie. Congratulations. Montrezl Harrell off the bench, 12 points per game, but his per 36 say he should be averaging 23 and 11. Pretty good. Where is my boy Ben Simmons? 10 points per game. This man would have averaged 8.5 assists. I guess we we're round up to 9 assists. Those are pretty good numbers. Just overall, underwhelming stats, but that's part of the challenge, you know what I'm saying? Like, Devontae Graham was our backup, but he averaged more points than our starting point guard because... Oh, no, he didn't. I'm sorry. I was still thinking Ben Simmons was our point guard. Nobody hits 50, 40, 90 club for our team, I guess. Julius Randle definitely not going to do that. Sabonis not going to do that. No 50, 40, 90. That's trash. It's usually one player per team. That's the way 2K is. One of the most exclusive clubs in sports history in 2K, like one person from every team gets it. I want to show you that. 50, 40, 90. Look at this. Oh, actually, no. This season, we have almost one in Devin Book. Nope. Nope. He was 49. Interesting. Here's 50, 40, 90 Stephen Curry. So that's pretty good. We know Steph Curry can do that. 50, 40, 90 Paul George. 50, 40, 90 Kyrie Irving. Like, this is a very exclusive club, but 2K always has a bunch of people entering it. But it is what it is. All right, let's see if we can win this championship with, again, our rotation looking like this. You know, nothing has changed at all. We're going against the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. They have Josh, Shea. They got a very young and nice backcourt for the future, but for the now, I'm taking Boston Celtics in 4, and we win in 4. Next, we have Brooklyn, who have Dame, Brandon Clark, and Marvin Bagley. I was this close to trading for Brandon Clark, so hopefully that doesn't bite me, the fact that we didn't. And we beat them in 5. Then we have Detroit, Brogdon, Josh Richardson, KD, Mitchell Robinson, Maxi Kleber. That's a solid squad. But the rest of, look at our team. Come on, man. Our team's just so much better. 3-0. We're going to the finals to go against the Memphis Grizzlies, who are a very young team, but they have Giannis. And as long as you have Giannis, you're guaranteed at least to get to the conference finals. But in this game, you're not getting that trophy. Oh. I spoke too soon. All right, I was going to say let's change the rotation, but we can't. We can't change the rotation because this is the challenge y'all have presented me. I can't give Ben Simmons more minutes to clamp up on Giannis. I just have to let things ride. Simcasting it, though. 2 more games, boys. We can do this, and we're already up by a bunch in today's game, so we're probably going to walk out of here with a W. Shout out to QJB, and we do, but just by 1. These boys fell hard in that second half and almost took that championship. Game 7, they telling me to give less minutes to Malik Beasley, give less minutes to Luke Kennard, and give Ben Simmons more minutes. That's the advice they have for us. And you know what? In a normal rebuild, I would listen to you, but this ain't normal. But we're up by 20. It looks like we're going to walk out of here with a championship. Oh, man. Oh, is this the biggest blowout in Game 7 history? Oh, my God. We're up by 50. We beat these boys by 50 in a Game 7? They just didn't come to play. Oh, man. And then Ben Simmons wins Finals MVP. What the heck happened to y'all? They just didn't show up. And we showed up and we showed out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that got to this point in the video. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the subscriptions over the past month or so. Y'all are really helping grow Team to Overtime. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be back tomorrow. Peace.